What it do? It's your boy Chevy the Gentleman, and we back with another video. Let's go. Oh, hey. Man, y'all already know what time it is, man. We got Men's Life is a War. Motivational speech by Andrew Tate. If y'all know Andrew Tate, then y'all know he's really a good brother. You know, they tried to make him look like a monster. Oh, misogynistic, all this other bull crap. The system went after him, and he still made it out alive. But yeah, let's get to this video, man. Stay out the matrix. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get to this video, man.
Andrew Tate. I have one more question. Why don't you like him?
Wait. Let's go back.
Andrew Tate.
He said F him.
One more question. Why don't you like him?
Because he's a fucking asshole.
Well, my question is, why don't you like him?
Because he's a misogynistic asshole who
Okay, define misogyny.
trafficked women.
He didn't though. Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
Yeah.
See, going off of what the media said. Oh, he trafficked women. They tried to pin that on him, but there was no proof whatsoever that he did that. Now, if there was proof that he did that, I wouldn't even support him. But there's no support. People don't look into things, and I think that's the problem. I feel that's the problem we have. People just see it on the internet or something. Oh, he's that. But you ain't look into things. So to sit here, I can't really sit here and call somebody something and not look into things. Let's keep going.
Do you like him?
No.
Why?
Because I just think he says a lot of misogynistic stuff.
Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
Yes, I do.
Do you like him?
No.
Why?
He's really misogynistic.
Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
Yes.
Do you like him?
No.
Why?
Because he fucking sucks.
Okay, that's not a reason. Do you have a reason why you don't like him?
He's a misogynist.
Define
Wow.
misogyny.
I'm not fucking doing this.
Of course you're not.
What's wrong?
She about to
Andrew
cry.
Tate is-
Yeah, I mean...
Okay. What are your opinions on him? Do you like him?
No.
Why?
Because he's a misogynist.
Misogynists are disgusting whether they're in Afghanistan or a swanky London studio.
Am I a misogynist? I don't think first of the things she said I don't even truly believe. If you're prepared to listen to me, I'll explain to you exactly why she's completely and utterly wrong. If you can go through the points again, she
Well,
said
do you think you're a misogynist?
Absolutely not. I'm not a misogynist on any level. This is one of those buzzwords they just throw at people. Random. Homophobic, racist, misogynist, they just throw it out at people.
What is your view of women?
I'm a realist.
What is your real view of women?
I absolutely not really love women. I adore women. I have good relationships with women. Not a single woman has come up to me on the street since I've been cancelled. Not a single one has said anything negative. Every single one of them has said positive things. For a traditional male, I wish...
Come on. Bro, it's always the people that don't know him. Like, it's people you haven't met, and it's just like, hate this person. Even though you never met this person, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter who the person is. Look into them. Because soon you're going to find out that it's something. Some people have an agenda, and they're going to push that to the world for y'all to act that way. Look into people. They said R. Kelly was a weirdo. Look into the situation. Don't just go, well, they said R. Kelly's a weirdo, so I'm going to say R. Kelly's a weirdo. Look into situations. You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
Traditional men were like you. You understand your masculine roles. You understand what you're supposed to do. You understand you're supposed to protect women. You're exactly the kind of man I'd be looking for. I've never had a negative interaction with a female ever since I've been dubbed the biggest misogynist in the world. Please let me finish. I'm sorry, Piers. Also, there's not been a single woman who's accused me of a crime, not a single woman who's accused me of rape, not a single woman who's come out and said anything from my entire past, 36 years I've done anything wrong ever. Anybody else with my level of fame, any footballer, any other movie star, at least has people who've come out and accused them of rape, X, Y, Z. I have no woman who's come out and ever said I've hurt her. No woman has come out and ever said I've done damage to her or been horrible to her. Everybody who ever interacted with me has said I've been a nice person. All of them. So this random Twitter nobody who seems to know so much is full of...
All right, you've responded to her tweet.
Yeah,
where is the line for you between masculinity, which I will always defend, and which I agree with? I think a lot of women like men to be masculine.
Right.
And what has become known as toxic masculinity. The reason I ask you is that you are engaged in that debate with men all the time. Where is the line for you where men shouldn't cross, where the behaviour should be kept within a line?
Please define toxic masculinity.
Well, you tell me what you think it crosses a line from being a...
First of all, Pierce, he just asked you a question. For him to answer that question, he wants the definition of toxic masculinity. You could have easily just said, oh, the definition of toxic masculinity is this. That way, he had a clear understanding of what you're trying to say. But of course, Pierce gonna try to flip the question back. Oh, what you think? What you think, Pierce? Like, come on, bro.
Masculine, good man to a bad man.
There's no such thing as too much masculinity if it's genuinely masculine. Genuine masculinity is not out here to hurt people. It's absolutely the opposite. It's out here to protect. And when bad things happen, they call traditionally masculine men. If you need a firefighter, you need a masculine man. When you call the police because of the problem you had, you want masculine men. And
Right.
as soon as a woman or a man is in trouble, when you look for backup, you look for masculine men. And masculine men have a duty to provide and protect those they care about. We have a duty to do things we don't feel like doing because we know we're supposed to do them. And that's why we stayed in the Titanic and died. Those were masculine men.
Where did you get your views about this from?
This is what I grew up with. It's the family I grew up around. And
Your father, your mother?
Yeah,
both?
and the world I lived in.
Why is Pierce trying to cut him off as he's talking? He like, yeah, this is the way I grew up. Your father, your mother? Like, bro. Bro, you do not like this, man. And it clearly shows. Instead of trying to be understanding. I ain't say you gotta like this, man, but at least be understanding to hearing what a brother gotta say before you do the back and forth. You trying to cut him off. That's the wrong move. Sharpen your sword.
And I think a lot of the things I'm saying now about masculinity and how people should act in the world, how the world should function, were considered completely normal and accepted by everybody only 20 years ago. I think the world's just lost its mind. For me to stand up and say a man should protect a woman now gets to be called a misogynist and canceled. If I said that 10 years ago, everyone would say, duh. And what's funny is, everyone who argues against me and says men shouldn't protect women, especially all the feminists, if they were with their boyfriend and a man broke into their house, guess who they'd expect to go downstairs?
Yep. The man.
Who do you think? Think they go themselves? Are they going to Afghanistan? No, we send men to do this. So
Well, we send women in the armed forces too.
You have to generalize when you make points.
There are many courageous people
Exceptions do not disprove the rule.
No, but you've got to concede there are many courageous women serving in the armed forces.
Absolutely and utterly, completely correct. But by and large, traditionally, soldiers are men. Exceptions do not disprove the rule.
Well, it's not an exception. It's a fact that there are a lot of women now in the armed forces.
Correct. But if you were to take the average soldier, they are a male. If you're allowed to say who's a male and who isn't nowadays, I'm assuming their gender, I apologize. If you were to take the average soldier, they're a male, which means that exceptions are the female soldiers, because there's a lower percent of them, a lower probability. Exceptions do not disprove the rules. Men do the fighting. Right now in Ukraine, men cannot leave. Women are allowed to leave, because men have to fight in the front line and women are allowed to go to Dubai. That is how it is.
What do you say to young men who come to you for advice, who feel lost, who don't really know where they fit into society?
I say that life as a man is exceptionally difficult. I say the most beautiful and the most terrifying thing about being a man is you're born without value. Society doesn't care about you. You're only going to be cared about based on how useful you are. You have the chance to build yourself up and become a superhero if you're prepared to do the hard work and be indefatigable enough to never quit. But if you're going to stand around and wait for a handout, nobody's going to ever respect you. And I think
right there. Some people expect to have a handout. Oh, hey, can you get me? Bro, you gotta work for that. Nothing's free out here, bro. Nothing's free. I tell you one thing though, the people that do give, when they give out of heart. You know what I'm saying? When you always hear, oh, can you give me? Oh, can I have? Too many times, it irritates you. This is just life. It irritates your soul when somebody keep asking you for something. It's anybody. I don't care how nice you are. When somebody keep asking you, hey, can I have $5? Can I have $100? Can I have $1 million? It's gonna get irritated after a while. Are you like, oh, you want $20? Cool. You want $100,000? All right, bow. But when they keep doing it, now it's like, it's handouts, man. You just want a handout. Well, you got to work for it. I can teach you the ropes. The thing is, I can't sit here and try to belittle you or nothing, and I ain't trying to show you the ropes of how to get to some money. Now, if I can show you a way to get to some money, then that's good. You know what I'm saying? I can help you. That way you ain't got to ask. But asking is out of pocket. I don't care. For the ones that need a handout. Now, if you in a situation where it's like, oh man, things tough out here, and I had everything, but this happened, the bill had to, it's understandable, bro. Especially for the ones that usually don't ask for nothing. But let's keep going.
That a lot of people have forgotten about how difficult and how competitive it is as a man. We're always in constant competition with each other. And if your duty as a man to stand up and say, I want to be as important and strong and good-hearted and God-fearing as possible, and I need to work hard to achieve those things.
Dame Sheila Hancock says we've become too over-emotional as a society, crying too much about everything. Yeah. The point?
She's completely right. And the dangerous thing about overly emotional men is that they're dangerous. They're genuinely dangerous. This is what's crazy. All these people...
Some dudes that's raised by mothers tend to have motherly traits. And what I mean by that is some mothers, because I know there's some great mothers that was raised that like they men. You got some mothers that's emotional, that go off their emotions, that you say something they don't like, they'll hit you. That's not how we go about things. If you got a woman and she bucking up at you like she gonna fight you like she a man, leave her. Don't ever sit there for a woman. Don't ever sit there for a woman, you know what I'm saying, to sit there and act like she a man. Try to buck up and fight you, I'm out of the door. I want a woman. Same for men. Don't put your hands on women. It's some dudes that's putting their hands on women because they see their mom put their hands on men. It's not cool. People dying because of stuff like that. I was raised with a single mother, but my brain tends to go another way. My brain was, oh, nah, I'm not. Nah. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing this. If you see me and my mom and how we move, it's totally opposite. Like, she don't like what I say certain times because I'm not agreeing with her. You understand what I'm saying? But let's keep going.
We'll talk about toxic masculinity and how bad it is for men to be traditionally masculine. A traditionally masculine man does things he doesn't feel like doing because it is his duty to do them. He charges into the building because it is his duty. Not because he feels like it, because it is his duty. We're now teaching the new generation of men that they don't have duty and they can just act on their feelings and act how they feel, and they don't have to act as a man should. Do you know what happens when you get men who just act how they feel? You get school shooters, you get violence, you get rapists. Men who do not control their emotions are dangerous. If you find a man who is stoic, he's not going to hurt people. He's going to sit and think about his actions very carefully, and he's going to be a good man who protects and provides for his family. If you find a man who just acts out on impulse and does whatever he feels like, you're going to find a dangerous man. Sitting here telling men to cry more and act with their feelings, and it's okay to feel this way, that way, etc., and have no self-control.
Okay, it's okay to cry. It's times where you're gonna cry, but just overly crying. They didn't give me no money. She said she didn't love me. You're overly crying, bro. There's certain things, like, I can understand. It's like, okay, for example, I know people that cry when they buy their first house. You know, they lived in apartments, they lived in the ghetto so long, bro. Like, that's probably one of the moments that's gonna make me cry, bro, when I buy my own house or buy my mama house, you know what I'm saying? Moments like that, it's like, bro, everything I worked hard for is paying off. Like, that type of emotion. But just crying over a female or, you know, crying over something plain and simple. He took my chips. Man, get your chips back, man. Like, people these men gotta stand up, man. Let's keep going, though.
That is why we have the problems we have in the world. Absolutely not wrong. So when they talk about toxic masculinity, they have it completely inverse, on its head, completely not wrong. We need to be teaching stoicism. We need to be teaching young men to understand that the world is very, very difficult. It's hard to be a man. You're going to feel bad sometimes. You just suck it up and perform anyway. Not to sit there and cry your eyes out or blame other people.
Tough being a woman too in modern society.
It's certainly tough being a woman, but I'm not a woman, so why would I speak on issues I do not understand? I'm a man.
You can feel empathy for women.
I feel empathy, certainly, but I do not understand their issues.
So a lot of men come up to me and they admire you. I've got to say, a lot of women I've spoken to don't admire. They think you represent misogyny. They think when they hear you not commit to saying the Taliban shouldn't be banning women from university education, why can't he just say that's wrong?
Well, firstly, that's not my experience. I experience the absolute and utter opposite of that. Secondly, it's because it's a moral point I'm making. My moral point is I speak on things I understand. I speak on experiences I've had.
But you believe in equality?
I speak on subjects I know intimately. I do not feel qualified. I'm a realist, and I do not feel qualified to sit and discuss the gender laws in Afghanistan. I have not been to Afghanistan. I have not researched the subject thoroughly. I'm not going to sit here and say how the Taliban should be running their country. It's nothing to do with me. I find it quite flattering, Peters, that although, I understand I'm monumentally influential, most Google man on earth, etc., I find it very flattering that you think I have some kind of control over the domestic policy of Afghanistan. But I assure you I don't. I don't.
No, I'm not asking you to have a view on having influence on the domestic policy. I'm sure the Taliban couldn't give a stuff what either of us say about it. It's just curious to me that it's an easy win for you to make women think you're not anti them, to say that when they're not given equality, as the women in Afghanistan clearly are not, because they're not allowed to go to university now, as of today, that is clearly unequal, unfair. We should all be able to agree that that is wrong.
Well, certainly as a realist.
Even you, tough guy, Andrew Tate.
It's not a tough guy. I am a professional. As a professional, I can state that yes, it is not equal. Yes, it is not fair.
Mm-hmm.
That is obvious for anybody. I'm not saying those things are not true. What I'm saying is it's nothing to do with me.
Right.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Andrew Tate, man, because he's one of the men that don't play games. Be a man or go cry, go home. And there's people after people. There was a Kevin Samuels before it was an Andrew Tate. Kevin Samuels, women didn't like him either, but he was really giving game. But he didn't sugarcoat as well. He didn't sugarcoat. They wanted him to, it's going to be okay. No, I'm going to tell you straight up. That was Kevin Samuels. This is Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate tell you, don't be in the matrix. Y'all got to get to this money. There's ways, if you follow this way, we can show you how to get some money. They don't want you to teach people how to get money. You know that. You know he was the most Google man alive. You know that. You know what the system does to people they don't like. You know that. So let's not act like we don't know. There's people that disappeared. Straight disappeared off Earth and we don't know how. Are there such things as hitmen? There's really, really hitmen in this world. Assigned by the government. They try to turn people against you as well. They had things, he had a heart attack. Or he did. Come on, man. Don't play dumb. Don't play dumb. There's things we know. There's things that's out there that's proof. So we're going to sit here and still be, they said. We got the world. We got the internet now. Pay attention. This your boy Channel General, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you man. Follow me on Instagram and all that, man. It's your boy Chimma the General. And guess what? I'm out. Yeah. Figured out she was playing board games on my chest. I feel sorry, sight. I don't care if she was in trouble, pipe. Saying yes, she loved a tan. Lying said she loved a man. Her name should be Spider because she loved to wear. Had me guessing from the top of my dome like headbands. Everything was really good. I thought we really had a plan.